Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Hope you have an amazing day. Thanks so much for joining me here. Happy, Friday to you and your family. We're taking a look here at Matic, helping understand best practice, big picture. What's going on with Polygon here? What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some Elliot Wave, some big picture stuff, as well as, of course, my CC Golden Indicator and a few other things that are going to help us understand big picture. Because again, small, medium, large timeframes, you want to kind of address all of it to be make sure you make a well-informed decision. So we'll take a look at that, and of course I'll explain a little bit more about what this all means here, of course, because again I get the question a lot about, well, what in the heck is Elliot Wave and what does it mean? I've been using it for a while, but I don't use it on my videos just based on the fact that sometimes it gets a little funny, but I'll explain that too. So if you're new to the channel, keep in mind, not a financial advisor, love to teach people to trade. You want to purchase my indicator, it's available on our homepage here as well. And also note too, I just want to kind of congratulate our community members. Very well done on our recent short signal from Bitcoin. So we took a short at 28,100. We took a nice healthy 60% on our first target, of course, and that was what that was last night when I was sleeping, as a matter of fact. So let me show you what I mean by that. Take a look here at our signals. First of all, the signal was a 20x cross leverage short position at 28.1. We took a nice entry there, got our target, our first target, 27,800. We still got a nice little 40% running. Okay, so again, good stuff there. Our stop target already moved to break even. So if it comes back, we're still profitable. Okay, but again, nice little 21% in 14 hours. Very, very awesome stuff there. So congrats once more to our members. And if you want to become part of our community, cryptocash.tech is a site. If you want to use also BitGet, Bybit, and of course Mexi Global, they're phenomenal exchanges. Have an affiliation with them. They all have sign-up bonuses, and more importantly, trading competitions almost monthly. Okay, so it's an awesome experience. Be sure to check that out. So what's going on with this Elliot Wave on Matic? What in the heck are these lines here? Well, first of all, this is a kind of a big picture stuff. So let's go ahead and go back a little bit so you can see. Generally speaking, if you look back here, we have our first, because Elliot Wave continuations went on our first wave essentially to the upside in this example. It'll hit 5 points. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then number 5, that's going to be the highest point in which you see retracement. Okay, so that being said, the retracement has come back down, right? We come down to an A, B, we're still looking for our C. Okay, so our C could come at this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, or of course this more longer picture here for the 1.0 level. Because again, you got to keep in mind that this Fibonacci's here, based on this Elliott wave, is based on a larger time frame, not the more recent one that I have drawn out in the charts. Okay, so just keep in mind the likelihood of the price action continuing lower from here to fulfill that wave is higher. So in turn, that tells us that further downside would be probable. Not saying you should short your shirt off or short your sleeves off, as I get a lot of funny comments on the tank top there. I live in a very hot climate, keep that in mind. But when it comes to Matic, I think further downside makes a lot more sense, and we're expecting Bitcoin correction too. Okay, so again, some really cool stuff there. Back to the day though, one last thing here, just kind of note, we are bouncing above and below the 50 on the R side, but for the most part, we're averaging lower than 50. And that, with the money flow index coming down, tells us a lot about the price action probably going to be pulling back soon. Same thing with the MACD here as well. We are starting to diverge. It's not significant, but it is a little bit there. Okay, again, most MACDs on the daily are not super strong because we've had some range-bound activity from Bitcoin, and that's what this happens. This is what happens when Bitcoin goes sideways for 3 weeks. Okay, so again, we're stuck between 27 and 29,000. I cover Bitcoin every single day, so be sure to check that one out. I go a lot more in depth on the back-end stuff through Highblock Capital to kind of help show you more so liquidation levels and things on the back end that really help you understand generally how things are working with open interest and opens fear and greed dynamics, a lot of cool stuff. Either way, what we want to do is look at the 4 hour, kind of wrap this up here, because the 4 hour time frame to me is a transitionary time frame. This is also printing very similar behaviors here. In other words, we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, coming up here. I know, sorry, apologize, roll with me here. It's a little bit messy on the charts, got a lot of lines, but simply put, the highest point which we saw in our fifth top here is $1.57. We've since come down to our A, our B, and we're looking for our C. C is typically always going to be lower than the A, right? That being said, we are probably looking at a price point just below this Fibonacci retracement level here at 0.92. So it makes sense for the price action to continue to dissipate to that level and eventually bounce. Okay, so again, that's roughly what we're looking at there for Matic on the 4 hour. We can also see too that we're below 50 on the RSI. Not a lot of folks use this, but I think it's very important to recognize which side of the tracks you're on. That gives us confirmation we're mostly bearish. Same thing with the MACD here too. While it's still dissipating, we're definitely still diverging. Okay, so until it doesn't, we need to expect it to continue. That's really how trading works, right? Expect a continuation until it doesn't. It's kind of a funny thing. Okay, so on the hourly, last thing to wrap up here with, there's not much Elliot wave here on the hourly. I think the 4-hour and the daily is most appropriate. I like to pay attention to TD sequential and kind of see if we have any overextension. We hit an overextension here at 9 and continued lower. We're just printing these lower lows and lower highs as Bitcoin is too. So we see these descending type of patterns. This can eventually work itself out to a bull flag, so keep that in mind. There is potential for breaking out to the upside, but we're not there yet. We haven't fulfilled our Elliott wave on the larger time frame, so I don't foresee this happening. Another thing to recognize too is we're below the cloud here on Ichimoku, really giving us all green lights here to take a short position. Not normally, most other coins I've covered here today don't have confirmation that we want to go short. Really just telling us that, hey, you maybe want to take some profits if you have a short position open. This tells us we are conversion lines below the baseline, lagging spans free and clear, and we are well within the, below the cloud. So it's pretty much open range for the price action to come lower for Matic, especially with the expectation that Bitcoin's going to come lower. So to me personally, I think we should expect further downside. Very last thing I want to take a look at is CC Golden here. This tells us all the short positions we could have taken with these overextension points. Okay, so again, CC Golden, available on the homepage if you want to check that out. Awesome indicator, and it's really available through TradingView there, lifetime access. But it's an amazing indicator to kind of help. It takes my practice of waiting for confirmation, because we have no confirmation here based on the simple fact that we are bearish, right? But we have confirmation, for lack of better terms, that we have short positions we could have taken. Okay. Now again, shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's how trading is. You don't, revenge trade now and just jump right in because of it, but we've confirmed on every other time frame that we're mostly bearish right now, okay? So likelihood of further downside, I think, is higher based on Bitcoin looking like it wants to come down. Those are things I'm paying attention to. I hope this makes sense. I described this correctly. Thanks again for watching. Really greatly appreciate it. Look forward to working with you if you want to become a better trader. Again, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below. We'll look forward to helping you out there. Take care. We'll see you soon.